How good are you at weaving as much as you can from the resources you've been handed? It's tough, right? So much to deliver with a dwindling pot of resources. Well, have you ever heard about the magic stone soup? Here's a story. A weary traveller in the depths of winter came into a dark village. His feet were sore, his stomach was empty. As he entered the village, people moved towards their homes, locking doors and their windows. The stranger smiled and asked, "Why are you all so frightened? I'm a simple traveller, looking for a soft place to stay for the night and a warm place for a meal." "There's not a bite to eat in the whole province," he was told. "We are weak and our children are starving. I better keep on moving, old man." "Oh, but I have everything I need," he said. "In fact, I was thinking of making some soup with my magic stone." He pulled an iron cauldron from his cloak, filled it with water, and began to build a fire underneath. Then, with great ceremony, he drew an ordinary-looking stone from a silken bag and dropped it into the water. By now, hearing the rumour of food, most of the villagers had come out of their homes or started watching from their windows. As the stranger sniffed at the broth and licked his lips in anticipation, hunger began to overcome their fear. "Ah," the stranger said to himself rather loudly, "I do like a tasty stone soup. Of course, stone soup with cabbage, now that's hard to beat. If anyone can spare a small amount of cabbage, I'll allow your entire family to take a bowl of my magic stone soup." Soon a villager approached hesitantly, holding a small cabbage he'd retrieved from its hiding place, and added it to the pot. "Wonderful," cried the stranger. "You know, I once had stone soup with cabbage and a bit of salt beef as well, and it was fit for a king. If anyone can spare a small amount of salt beef, I'll allow your entire family to take a bowl of my magic stone soup." The village butcher eventually found the last morsel of salt beef, and it was added to the pot. This continued for a further hour, with the traveller asking for potatoes, onions, carrots, mushrooms, and a few herbs. Each time, a tiny handful of what he requested was being added from the village's almost bare pantry. Eventually, there was a gigantic cauldron of soup for everyone in the village to share until they were ready to burst. The traveller removed the stone, wrapped it back in his silken cloth. Then the village elder approached the traveller and offered to buy this magic stone, but he refused to sell it, and instead said to the elder, it wasn't the stone, but the villagers that had performed the magic. Resource weaving is about working together, understanding what we can all contribute, because when we do, something quite special can always be achieved together.